This is Luna here. Xbox One. So much suckage. So much suckage. I don't get to play very often because I'm a very busy woman. But whenever I do get to play, I would really like for Xbox not to be trying to hold game content I've already paid for over my head like a schoolyard bully, like, give me your lunch money. Okay, the internet, already paid for. The games, they're mine. Why should I have to pay somebody else who it would be like Microsoft saying, "Hey, we make this computer. So you've paid for the internet, you've paid for the stuff on your computer. So now we want you to pay us so that you can use it." What? Oh yeah, you've paid for the computer. You've paid for the internet. You've paid for the game. Now we want you to pay us a monthly fee so that you can play such and such game, so that you can use such and such content on your computer. What? And this comes along with the fact that there are some games that people may be paying subscriptions for. I've actually seen a couple of them. I'd actually tried one out for a little while, but just decided it wasn't worth the monthly fee. And also there was the fact I can't really play that often, so we'd be paying for something that maybe we'd be able to play once or twice a month. And that's just not feasible. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, it's not exactly $2. And it just makes no sense. Anyway, Xbox One has basically taken that route, where you bought the game system, paid probably a little more than the damn thing's even worth as far as hardware goes. Actually, you probably paid a lot more, because the hardware's actually not worth that much. The hardware's actually worth shit compared to what it costs. Okay, so you've paid for your hardware, you've paid for the software that's already in it, you've already dealt with all the bullshit that they tried to pull in the beginning, where they wanted it to always be online. Yeah, and always listening to you too, which really got some people rolling about that. Because they wanted it to, like, turn on by your voice. And that wasn't okay, because that was their excuse for always having to listen, and it didn't even work. So, I'm actually glad that we got ours after all that, because they released a new version afterwards. But they keep on enforcing all this weird shit. They keep on trying to make it something that's not about the games, but they want you to do all this other stuff on it too. On the Xbox 360, the priority was always games. And yes, you could watch DVDs on it. Yes, there were apps, but that was sort of in the background. With Xbox One, it's like they want it to replace your computer and everything else, and that's not going to happen, especially in this household, because we're not paying them to use our content. I would honestly just rather buy the game all over again and play it on my computer. It's not a gaming computer, so there's a lot of shit I'll have to deal with, like lag. But I already deal with that anyway, because Xbox One sort of slows down anything that it's using, because it's so busy in your shit that there's barely any bandwidth for you to do anything with. So, like, you're paying for this, and they basically are like, well, we're already putting you through so much bullshit. why don't we sit here and make you pay us to use the content? They don't want you to play with friends or do anything even remotely social, unless you're paying them to do so. And this is actually a tactic that will have a lot of people paying for it, because people don't like to feel isolated. That's what they're doing. They're taking something where they've already established, hey, you can play with your friends, and then they're saying, now we want you to pay for it. And this is kind of new. I mean, they weren't actually doing this before. If you had a game, I mean, it's not like you're using Xbox servers for this. You're using servers from the game itself. I mean, the people who make this game, they upkeep servers for it, which is great. But now Xbox is like, yep, we want money to allow you to use this. And we're sort of like, what? And the only good thing about it is that if you pay for it, it's supposed to enable it for every profile on the Xbox. So, like, you're not paying for several different subscriptions. If you've got, like, 5 different people with, you know, a profile. But it's still ridiculous. And it's still not okay. I mean, it's like they're trying to make the blow as soft as possible while still weaseling it out of you. But the truth of the matter is, if these game servers were not still active, we would not be able to use the content. Xbox One is not providing servers. They have provided the hardware. They mostly annoy us with unneeded updates. I mean, there's stuff that they could fix, but they don't really fix it. They just keep on trying to say, how can we get more money out of them? And it's more annoying than it is anything else. Oh yeah, we moved the small fish tank, so more room for books. So they kind of suck. I actually prefer the 360 because while I have had some issues with older game servers like Mass Effect, completely, it doesn't even register that I own it anymore on the Xbox 360, so, like, I'm basically being told that I have to re-buy my content. I mean, the game itself, the core game, I still have the discs, so it registers that I own that, but, like, I only get to play a couple times, like, a month or so. It's not worth me to buy a membership. Gene doesn't even play with online content at all. So it's not worth it. We don't have, like, multiple people using online content. We have just me and using it, and I only use it like once or twice a month. It's not worth it. And beyond that, they're basically, they didn't even go through this and do it right. Because there are certain games where you can get on for a very short period of time. Like, they didn't even take the time. All they did was blocked content. And then said, now we want you to pay us to be able to use it. Because they're really trying to push that gold membership. So they basically decided that they're going to alienate people who have not been paying them for it. These people bought the game system. They bought the games. Some of these games they even bought through them. Which, I'm guessing they at least get a little bit of money for that. I mean, it's not like they're not getting money out of you already. But, again, it's like if Microsoft said, you know what, you bought the computer, you're using the hardware that you've bought and paid for already, you've got all this stuff that you've bought and put on it, and you've paid for the internet and you've got that. Now we want you to pay to be able to use this content with the hardware that you bought from us. Monthly. Or whatever. And that's just ridiculous. Again, it's like, it would be like whenever I buy my paints, or whenever they're given to me, the people who make them saying, oh, you have to pay us a fee to continue to use them. What? Yeah, you've already bought the paints. Now, you pay us to continue to use them. Why? Well, because if you don't pay us, we're going to take all your paintbrushes. What? That's basically what it is. It's what it's like. And those are comparisons to things that's what it is. This content was already enabled. People were using it. And then they go, well, now we want you to have a gold membership to use it because we don't feel like enough people are paying for it. To be perfectly honest, they don't have the game content that they had on the 360. It is not worth the gold membership. So instead of making, more content or encouraging more content so that it would actually be worth paying for, they've decided to disable things that we were already able to do and you're still actually able to do on the 360. Now they've disabled it on the Xbox One because they want you to pay them monthly. They're not happy with making the software, making the hardware, and then having you buy it, which you already pay way more than that's worth. Not that most people realize that, but a computer that's made for gaming, while it's a lot more expensive, you can do everything with it. It's faster, it's better, you can run better stuff on it. I cannot afford a gaming computer. Most people, they can't. So anyway, I guess my break is up. So have a wonderful and blessed day.